I was raised and went to public schools on Long Island. I was the middle of five children, and as I've said in other contexts, being the middle of five children actually teaches you something about negotiation and uh, forging consensus. After all, you have to figure out who's going to get the last yodel. So one of the things that I did when I was a undergrad in New York City was participate in something called the Columbia Legal Internship Program. And it was a program that was sponsored by the Jewish Association for College Youth and this Columbia Legal Internship Program. And what we were doing was going into churches and synagogues in Upper Manhattan and Washington Heights and Inwood, and we were trained as advocates for people who had been denied benefits, so such as whether it was Social Security or some other kind of government benefit. And we were trained to work with the person in terms of getting fair hearings and pursuing the process of appealing the denial of benefits. And that was really my first introduction to what lawyers can do as a helping profession to make a difference in people's lives. So I was a public defender in New York City and used to appear in front of a lot of judges. And one of the things that became clear to me is that who the judge is a really critical part of whether there's a fair and just resolution to a matter. And I thought to myself, well, one way of, if I'm ever going to pursue that, is to get a clerkship. And I was very fortunate to get a clerkship for a state Supreme Court justice who then I clerked for 7.5 years and served as a terrific mentor, Justice Angela Mazzarelli, who now sits in the First Department. At the time, she was sitting in the narcotics part when I first met her, and went to work for her in New York County. And she guided me through that process of how you go onto the bench and how you pursue that if that's really an interest. Well, I'll start with the last part of the question first. I think what's most long-lasting is what goes into the New York reports that are sitting there on the shelf, because I think, as Judge Wilson alluded to earlier, those decisions are what's going to be there after we're gone, and that's why we put so much attention to every word and every potential nuance or hypothetical that might come down the road. Sometimes we don't think of all the hypotheticals that might come down the road because those are going to be long-lasting. And so that's the last part of the question. And I would just say that I have found the people here at the Court of Appeals, both on central staff and from everybody, from the person who greets you in the morning when you walk in the door to the high-level clerks and consultation clerks. Everyone is dedicated in a way that is just heartwarming and remarkable to make sure that this court is worthy of having a reputation as the best state high court in the nation.